Welcome to Genealogies, Mysteries, and Discoveries. And today we are doing research on a certain Marshall Bruce Mathers, which you may better know as Eminem. Now, Eminem, some of his history, he's basically associated with Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, 8 Mile, and all that kind of stuff. But he was actually born in Missouri. And during the course of doing some of his research, you find that most of his ancestry is out of Missouri. And that's where we'll find a lot of the research that we're doing. Now, another good thing about Eminem is he is Marshall Mathers III. Okay, so makes it real easy to find out who his grandfather was, also a Marshall Mathers. And as we can see here, based on the 1920 census, we see a Marshall Mathers. Like I said, he is in Missouri, Grant, Missouri. Apparently, he's 4 years old. Of course, he's a white male, and we have his parents here, Chester Mathers and Myrtle Mathers. Okay, so we're going to see how far back we can get on his paternal side. Okay, that's the male side. If you're not familiar with genealogy language, okay, and look at what we can find out about a certain Chester W. Mathers. So we're looking at Chester Mathers. Like a lot of people around this time, it's 1920. He lives on a farm with his wife and how many kids does he have? He has his 3 kids and he lives with his brother. And he is from Pennsylvania while his mother is from Missouri. So let's see what Ancestry could tell us more about him. As we can see what Find the Grave. Find the Grave is a good source of information about these people. So we have his birthday, 13 September 1885. He was born in Missouri. Died in 1972. So he was 87, maybe something like that. In Missouri, also St. Joseph, Missouri. Now, like I said, Find the Grave is a great source of information. Right, we have his father, we have his mother, we have his spouse, Myrtle, so we know we're on the right track. See down here under children, Lloyd, Mildred, and Marshall Bruce Mathers. Okay, so we're still doing well. Let's keep going back. We're looking at Samuel Mathers now. So this is Eminem's great-great-grandfather, right? Marshall Mathers is his grandfather. Chester's his great-grandfather. This is going to be his great-great-grandfather, Samuel Mathers, born in 1848. If you're familiar with history, that is, about 12 years before the Civil War, 13 years before the Civil War. Died in 1941, right before the war. Also, also in Missouri, was born in Pennsylvania. So we're still going back some more. We have his father, we have his mother's name. So we're learning a lot about Marshall Mathers here. But let's look at the census and see if we can figure out the jobs that he may have had. Let's see, he was born in 1848, so about 1900 is probably working. So it says about 1900, Samuel Mathers, born in Pennsylvania, married. He is a farmer, he can read and write, has his own home, that sort of thing. Okay, so let's go back. We're doing research all the way up to John Mathers, 3 times great grandfather of Eminem, a John Mathers, born in Pennsylvania, dies in Missouri, 1821. Okay, so we're pretty far back. America's not even 50 at this point. And we still have his father and mother, Peter and Isabella Mathers. Maybe we can find out where the Mathers name is from. We can see here too that he also has a Civil War draft registration record, so he was probably in the Civil War. Yep, New York, U.S. Civil War muster roll abstracts. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Might be interesting to see. So he was with the 1st Engineers, 1861, out of New York. So he was a Union person. So he fought in the Union during the Civil War. So Eminem's 3 times great-grandfather was a Civil War veteran, and was with the engineers, probably engineers building bridges, railroads, things like that. Today they blow things up. and make ways for infantry and armor to advance. So his father, his great grandfather, an early engineer in those wars. So we're still looking at what we can find out. So we have 3 times great grandfather. Looks like it is 4 times great grandfather. Still with the Mathers name, a man named Peter Mathers, born in 1785. Okay, it's about 9 years after the Declaration of Independence. Dies in 1845. 60 years old, about 60 years old. He is also from Pennsylvania, so we're going back to his Pennsylvania roots. Doesn't look like we know who his father is. That's okay. Okay. We have some church records. Church records are all kinds of things, usually baptisms, things like that can be great sources of information. So we're looking. I don't know if we can find too much else about his ancestry. Maybe if we could find the 1800 census, we would have to do our own research on that. Let's look at the 1810 census. This is Eminem's 4 times great grandfather, Peter Mathers, right? He's in Buffalo. That's how they used to do census. A free white person, they didn't enumerate every name. All right, still a lot of good information. So we've learned quite a bit about Eminem and his genealogy. So as you can see from just a quick search on Ancestry.com, we managed to find all the way back to Peter Mathers. So you have Eminem, who is Marshall Mathers III, his father Marshall Mathers II, his father Marshall Mathers I, I guess, like they're kings. His father was a Chester Mathers. I believe his father was Samuel, then his father was John, then his father was Peter. All right, all the way down that line. Real easy research to do. So just thought that was kind of cool to find out more about Eminem, one of the greatest rappers ever. Trace his line all the way back to 1785. That's just one line. That's just his Y DNA, if you will, of his father's line. Didn't even research his mother. Didn't research his dad's mom. All kinds of things. So there's a lot of research to do. So I hope you enjoyed this little look into Ancestry.com and into the types of ways that you can find different information and different research on anybody you want to find. All right. I will say that you don't always find this much on somebody, so this was a pretty good one to do. But thank you for watching, and I'll be back with some more celebrities, musicians, athletes about their ancestry. Thank you. So one last little note: all of this research about Eminem in the future videos is going to be from Ancestry.com. Ancestry.com is the probably the premier genealogy family tree building website. As you can see, they offer a free trial, 70% off DNA. If you really want to do some serious research, you probably want to look into doing DNA. There's different DNA companies out there. Ancestry has theirs. Theirs is pretty good. I've used it. There's 23andMe, and there's some other ones. 30% off Father's Day, all this kind of stuff. But you see the sort of records that they have for Ancestry, so I would recommend it. This video is not brought to you by Ancestry, but it is a good resource to have if you are looking into discovering more about your family history. Anyway, thank you for watching the video, and next time.